What's up, YouTube? Mr. Lemessy here, and today we're going to begin the Hell Hardcore Trap Assassin build. I would say this is probably the best character to take through Hell on Hardcore, namely because she just has all of the things you want in Hardcore. Number one, she can keep her distance. Number two, she's very fast with bursts of speed. Number three, she has tons of resistances if you go Fade. Number four, she has a lot of crowd control between Mind Blast and Cloak of Shadows. Number five, she has good damage with just the lightning sentries and the corpse explosions from the death sentries. And she also has 3 life per vitality gained. So she also has a lot of life per vitality, meaning she's extra tanky. So between all of these factors, it just makes her a really solid hardcore character. So let's go ahead and start Trapper. Wasn't there a Trapper? Wasn't that the name of a character in like a movie? Like a Philo Goes West or something like that? FIFO. I forget the name of it. Is Trapper in that? Feels like it was Fido. Is that what it was? Maybe. All right, well, we're going to start out on Players 8. Players 8 is really useful. You just type /players_8 into the chat window. And then you press it and it'll do that. Maybe it was Fox and the Hound. Fivo goes west. Who goes west? I don't know. I go east. So we'll go Players 8 there. And the reason we go Players 8 is because it does increase the difficulty of the monsters. But it also means they give more experience and more loot as well. So when you're in areas that are easy and you want to level up, you change to Players 8. When you are in areas that are difficult or you're fighting bosses or whatever, it's an interesting climb up, you change to Players 1. And you can always change anywhere in between if you want like some experience, but you don't want it to be too difficult. You can go Players 3 or 4 or 5, whatever, right? But very simple here. We're just going this. So we are a Trapsin. I'm going to go ahead and go Vitality for all my points right now. And I'm going to go into Traps and just get Fire Blast. Nice and simple. Don't super care about that. You can sell all these and just grab some minor manas and head in to do the Den of Evil. And I'll go down to Players 1 for the Den of Evil. I also like to just keep /players_8 on my Control C so I can just Control V it in. And this just makes it a lot easier to drop a single Fire Blast right there, kill all of the minions at once, and then I just go in and give a little love tap to the boss. Now, for my armor, I am going to be looking for a 2-open socket armor. This is just going to be really useful for stealth later on. And of course, I'm picking up things that can be worth money, such as daggers, wands, staves, orbs, etc. You name it. He will come back to life. See the new patch. So I'm releasing an apology to the dev videos tomorrow about my remarks on the new items. When you take it in as a whole, the changes all make good sense. When you're sitting there expecting Mang Song's lesson or Tyrion's might or whatever, you're like, well, these changes seem kind of lame. But it is a little bit because it's just like the low level items. Do I really believe that? What? You think that I got a message from Blizzard stating that I needed to apologize for making remarks if I wanted to continue to have access to the new class? You are also correct in chat. The assassin does not need keys. She can unlock all chests with her bare hands. I do, Saber. Okay, didn't really find anything worth that much right there. Dude, we have a little banshee screaming downstairs. We're level 4, so my next point is actually going to go to Claw Mastery for level 5. And I'll continue Vitality, so that at level 6 I can get Burst of Speed. Wait, who said anything about a new class? I do want chipped gems. I don't want to upgrade any gems right now, so I'll use that gem shrine by dropping all my other gems first. You cut the piece of cheese she had into smaller bites. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was a little bit worried. She sounded like she fell and like busted her head open. She's still mad. We'll go back to players 8. And one of my favorite spots to farm here is going to be at Wakanishu. Now, his damage can be a little bit scary. Chip gems, nice. A bit more vitality. So if you want to level up a little bit before you get to him, level 6 will help a lot. But you can always go find the waypoint here, if so desired. And we'll put this point here and this point here, and now we have Burst of Speed, which helps a lot, not just in our fast run walk, but it also increases your attack speed, and that is one of the big keys here, is it allows you to cast your traps faster. And you say, wait, isn't that casting? Well, you're actually laying traps, and laying is based on IAS. And trust me, I would know a thing or two about laying traps. So we'll just look around for the waypoint. There we go. And you can do this farm if you want. Right? This is a nice and easy. We can also go right there. Nice and easy way to get up a few levels, if so desired. If not, don't worry about it. Can throw poison in there too if we want. We'll go another point burst of speed. And we're actually going to go up to 5 points in burst of speed. The burst of speed is just really, really useful to have. Not only do you get to run really quickly, but your damage is still solid with just a few points in your Fire Blast. And then when you get Wake of Fire going, your damage is God tier, and nothing else matters there. Do we still like Spirit for this build? Yep. Still like Spirit for the build. Yes, like IAS is used for laying the traps and whatever, but Burst of Speed gives us enough of that IAS, and Spirit gives us all the other goodies, and all those plus skills are just worth more, honestly. Just better to have all the plus skills. So we'll continue with the Burst of Speed, and every time we level up with Burst of Speed and add another point, we recast it because we get the next level of it. Does the skin for Source cost money? Oh. Yeah, title needs changing, huh? We just finished this horse. Okay, we'll keep with vitality. And we are going to go... Final, update the titles. Oh my gosh, you guys are so picky. So picky, chat. And the big goal here is just get level 12. Once level 12 comes online, it's a whole different game. So we want to focus on killing these boss groups if possible. And the main reason that we kill these boss groups is because they give 500% experience, which is a pretty good amount of experience. We'll go there again, level up again. Cast another burst of speed. Go get the waypoint. Cold Enchanted is not my favorite.
I need more.
And for these guys, it's actually almost even better to just drop some poison. Early Strangling Gas Potions can do a lot of damage. So, I sit there and I say, well, I'd like to, but I don't really have a lot of poison damage. Or I don't have a lot of potions left. I can just sell them and buy them back. And now they're maxed out. And we also can really quickly clean out our stash. Good enough. Just gonna drop these. These are from the Hardcore Sorceress to make sure this is a clean playthrough and we are not gaining any advantage of anything from before. So many goodies. Okay, let's continue. More vitality. And we'll come out here. And we're just going to look for the tower now while we continue to kill boss groups for that yummy experience boost. It's like, look at how much experience I get every time one of these dudes dies. So much. Oh my god, binary. Soon. Perfect. And we get level 5 in burst of speed, and we go back to traps.
Oh, who would want to remember this place? I need more.
Moo.
Poison. Thank you, Goaty. By the way, Guapo, I like the idea. I think I might do that. It's 25. And he's fire enchanted, so I'm not going to worry about killing the boss. My whole goal is just to kill the minions here. And then move forward. And we're almost 11. And then almost level 12. If you want to update that, wouldn't complain. Now with archers, you may want to be a little bit careful. You can't have a lot of damage. Just need like one dude to die. There we go. We get another point in Fire Blast. We'll go back to town and refill our potions. Maybe don't play it as close as I play it. We'll go more vitality. But that's up to you. Another fire enchant, okay. It's fine. Very nasty overall. Groups here. I might just move forward. Remember, if you throw out of your potions, then that's all you get. So you don't want to throw out. You always want to keep at least one. So then you can always go back and sell more. This is assuming that you're like still wanting to have more. And this should be our level 12. Perfect. And now we unlock Wake of Fire. Which is a big power upgrade for us. And there's our exit. We'll also go ahead and get 25 strength. At some point you want to get to 25 strength before you get to Act 2. However, I like to get it around this point, as we also can enjoy getting a belt like a little bit earlier if we happen across it. And then we'll go /players1 for the Countess. Because she drops more runes on players 1 than players 8. Or any higher player count. Players 1 is her ideal drop spot. That is only true for her. Nobody else. We can also, of course, poison her. Because, like we said before, she is fire, not like I said before, but she is fire enchanted. So poison is going to be a more efficient way to knock her down. However, you can still kill her. She's not fire immune, so you can just chip away if you want with your fire, and it'll be enough. And you're looking for Talrune and Ethrune, and getting both of those at the same time would be pretty difficult, but it'd be really nice if it happened, especially on your first run. We're also, why not on speedruns, right? We're also looking for Tear Rune and Rao Rune, because we want to get a Leaf Rune later on. Leaf Runeward, excuse me, later on. So we can actually, even if we want, just make the stealth right now. Why not? Yes, I can't use it to level 17, but that armor didn't matter to me until that point anyways. If you don't have a 2-socket armor, you can always shop one at Charcy. Make sure you just get a gray one. Go back up to players 8. And now we kind of have a better damage, right? Remember how long it took to kill these guys the first time versus now? Much easier. Now, Trap Assassin, again, very easy character to take all the way through. She's gonna struggle a little bit against like Ubers or Uber Ancients or you know, any endgame content or other content. But she's just like strong, right? She's strong enough through most things that you're just gonna feel comfortable. And if you want, you could work your way in towards Ubers where you could get like some kicking going along as well. But how many times through 15 years has Llama told us the same tips? Oh, 1 million. But you know, the thing is, there's always more people coming in. It's just the way of streaming. And, you know, I have to give you these same tips a lot of times because someone else comes in and they don't know it. Or someone watches this guide, but they didn't watch the previous guide.
I can't.
Stealth is not just a speedrun thing. Also make sure we drop to players 1 before we kill the Countess. She can spawn on players 8, but just make sure she's P1 before she dies. Again here, you know, we can slowly burn her down with fire. Stealth is not just for speedruns. It is obviously the best speedrun armor. Elrune, kind of lame. But it is really nice to have the movement speed. FCR doesn't really do much for us, but low fire is still fine. The speed to move around faster is so underrated. Not by like super high-end PvP players, but by the average player underrates faster run walk. It is a survivability thing. If you can move out of the way of something that's coming to hit you, if you can move faster through a gap before, oh, I want to get between these two guys before they close in on me. Fast run walk does that, and it's so helpful in staying alive. It also has faster hit recovery and faster cast rate, which obviously are like god tier, but I'm talking for like Trap Assassin, like, okay, those are, you know, not as needed. But just the fast run walk alone is really good. Yeah, if you kite and you can get further away but before it hits you, you can then like hit twice again before you have to step back again. It's just very, very helpful. So a lot of players underrate it. What happens if you rip halfway through Nightmare or something? Does the video still get uploaded? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of why hardcore guided playthroughs don't super make sense. But also, everybody, when I didn't have them, there was just always people that are like, but how do I do this in hardcore? I saw you die in the softcore run. So it's like, all right, I'll just do the run in hardcore and not die. And that's just the plan. So far, knock on wood, we're 8 classes straight without a death. At some point, the death is going to come knocking. We're going to be due. You can have 5 traps at the same time. There used to be a thing called next hit delay that existed globally, and so it didn't really matter to cast more than 2 traps at a time. Wow. That is now gone. It has moved to individual, like every individual trap and everything. So now you want to just cast all 5. That is for your fire traps here. But yeah, I guess if I die in a hardcore run, guided playthrough, I'll just like start it over. I don't know if I should leave it in or start over the whole thing. I don't know. What do you think? When I die eventually in one of these runs, what should I do?
Not enough money.
Retire? Wow.
Impossible.
But should I leave? Do I start over and leave that portion of it in there still? And they just like watch normal and nightmare again or whatever? Or do I just leave that as failed guided playthrough and then do a whole new one?
I need money.
Probably just that. Why show the death? I think it's good to show that, like, you can still die in this game. Even a pro player can die every now and then.
Good day.
Quick fast forward to getting the character back. That would work, yeah.
Good day.
We'll continue with Lake of Fire. Continue with everything to Vitality.
Impossible. I need money.
Fair heavy metal.
Impossible.
I'm honestly surprised I haven't died yet. I wasn't sure how much I believed. Like I said, I've said this before in one other run. People constantly on my channel tell me I'm a noob
I need money.
because I play softcore and I die in softcore sometimes because I'm like reading chat and not caring. And they're like, you couldn't do this in hardcore, blah, 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 blah. And I always am like, I could. Like, I could do this in hardcore if I wanted. You just do a little differently hardcore versus softcore, right? You just play ever so slightly safer and make a couple of gear adjustments here and there. Like, it's very similar to softcore, but you just play a little bit differently, 5% differently to make sure you don't die. But after a while and enough people saying, I started to be like, man, could I do this in hardcore? So we will go ahead and switch to a dagger as we do get a little bit faster laying speed with the dagger. And then, you know, now that we're 8 runs in, having not died, I'm like, yeah, of course I could do that. Duh. But you let people get to you. They get in your head. More vitality. El Nef. Still need a Ral rune. We are at the point now where we're level 17. There is not a lot of experience to be had at level 17 and beyond. We'll go ahead and keep 9 light res and 1 to energy for now, and 6 to life on a small charm is okay. Just need the Ral and then we'll be good enough.
Yes.
But now there's like really not a lot of EXP to be gained, so I'm mostly just going to be running to the Countess.
I can't.
Are the stacks in the chest infinite? Wait, what stacks? People need to see the proof because saying and doing is not the same. Yeah, I mean, there you go. Here is the proof. We have now leveled 8 characters through Hell Hardcore without dying.
Not enough money.
And again, I do expect one of these characters to die. Eventually, there's just enough. There's enough variance in this game. You're going to just hop a wall. There's going to be a bunch of chargers with Fanaticism Curse. And they're going to all charge you at once and crit you, and you're going to die. It's going to happen. Which character it happens on, I don't know. Exactly, binary. That's exactly what I meant. Yeah, and Barb was like a throw barb and stuff. Exactly. We played a elemental martial arts assassin, you know. We've played a lot of variable builds with this. Tal Ith. I mean, that actually gets us close. For sure. Because 3 Tals does make a Ral, and we've already made our stealth. So 2 more Ith runes, or 1 more Tal rune, or 1 Ral rune, and we have everything we need. Gold, MDR. Enough. Tal Ith Ral.
I am overburdened.
See what we can snag. And the reason that the dagger lays faster is because it's a faster weapon base, by the way. How far away do your traps trigger? I mean, decently far. We get level 18 as well right here. Are you kidding me? Whoa. Sure, 9 cold res.
Good day.
Some interesting artifacting. Kind of like it. Yeah, this is traps in. I'm actually just gonna go players 1 and just run straight to the Countess. Because there's so little experience to be gained from killing anything now. And again, we need Ith, Tal, or Ral. And between the three of those, I probably have about a 70% chance of dropping at least one of those.
Impossible.
I'm going to be over-leveled for Telestaff Shop. Oh, 100%. It's kind of hard not to over-level in this class for it. Oh my god.
Good day.
Well, we're also one Eth short. So now we need Eth, Ith. Wait, how many Nefs do I have? Nef, Eth, Ith, Tal, or Ral.
Not enough mana.
Surely. Sometimes the runes just be like that. You get Taleth on your first drop and then nothing after. Tal, all right, we did it. Okay, now we have a 2-socket helm. You can always shop 2-socket helms and armors right here. 10 cold rose gloves. And not enough of a change. Put on a random belt. This character is a little mana intensive, and mana per kill does not work with traps. So you will have to have some mana potions. Now we can go back to players 8 and we can just move forward. And we can move in the correct direction.
I can't. Impossible.
Class do I find the most fun? Hard to say. I like a lot of the classes in a lot of different ways. Not Druid.
I can't. I can't. Such
Is Warlock worth
action in
getting?
this
I think so.
place.
Fun class.
Impossible.
Now I'm still pretty over leveled here at this point with 18, so there's not a lot of experience to be had. But you know, like, okay, we can kill a couple things, pick up a tiny bit. We can also leave a TP for the Imbue quest.
Try and cage me, demons. I can't.
Just gonna dump on Druid. Hey, you gotta take a dump on some nature sometimes.
Impossible.
Maybe the angelic customers. BT let it slip. What? Oh my god, BT.
Not enough money.
Was he streaming or did he just like say it in a chat? Discord.
Impossible.
They're very similar, Adam. What would you do to make Druid better class to play? Make vines viable. Make shape-shifting allow teleporting within it. Make the bear different. Probably those three things. New characters coming? I'm not saying anything about it. If it is. If there was one. Whatever BT is saying is what BT is saying, man. Oh yeah, where you have the malice to go get. That's the most OP class at the moment. I mean, Mosaic Assassin, but it's been removed from ladder temporarily while they fix it up. Outside of that, level 2. Paladin, Source, Warlocks, still kind of top 3 for their various ways.
I can't.
Level 25 Bear and Heart of the Wolverine. Yeah, I mean, it's still like not shabby, but when I say improved bear, I mean shape-shifting bear form. Plain bear I like. Okay, so we're level 19, which means Leaf can now come online. Unfortunately, I do have to wait until I get the cube so I can morph together my Tal runes. But if you have it, you can always go shop a 2 open socket staff at Akara and go from there. We'll continue putting points here and we'll head back and grab the imbue so we can imbue something a little bit later on.
Impossible. Impossible.
Going deep for this imbue.
A malice. This should go to Charcy.
Okay, move some things over. FCR doesn't matter again. Let's go ahead and turn in this, see if we can shop a belt. There's no belt to be shopped. Let's go ahead and gamble a belt instead, so that we can get the 3 belt slots. It really is helpful, or the 12 belt slots, having the additional row on this character, because again, you can't get mana per kill working. Okay. Now we continue. But I like to see buffs for any skills or classes. Yeah, I mean, I've got a giant list of how I would buff every item, how I would buff every skill. And they actually used some of the ideas in the latest unique buffs, which, again, I kind of talk about is really nice. Now, there is a couple of assumptions that are a little different how I buff them, but guys, there's not going to be a new class. That would be crazy. BT was probably just trolling you.
Impossible.
Again, if there was a new class, like, they would have said something to me about it, right? I would know something. And let me tell you now, I don't know nothing. Up here? Clueless guy. We can kill on players 3 actually, or let's just kill on players 8 because we do fire damage. And then Dariel has terrible fire resist, -50. We'll get a couple extra a little bit. Maybe we can get some Hazardous boots or something nice. Not quite.
I can't carry anymore.
Grab those. Either way, Act 1 is done. GG, let's go to Act 2. Just like the last time or the time before that. Look, I understand that this feels like not binary. Like one of those situations where, oh, he's probably lying to us. Yes, that 40 cold res is nice, by the way, but I'd rather just have a belt. I'll take 2 open sockets as well. Why not? But this time, I'm not. The previous times, am I going to act surprised this time around? I will be surprised. Whatever happens, you will see me sitting there like, you know, my dumb little face. Like a little schoolboy who just got caught out. You wouldn't trust me with a box of matches? What? Look, in those previous cases, I had an NDA. And I am, you know what? I'm man enough to say it here. I'm sorry that I withheld that information. It was for your own good. But this time it's different. Oh, let's keep you up. This time it's different, okay? You and I, we're together on this. We're on the same team now. We're on the same team. It's us versus Blizzard, okay? And let's work together against the big bad monster who's hiding all these amazing things that they're gonna make for us, supposedly. we are a team and they are the evil cav archers. I don't believe it. He's an expert in lying. What? Moo Girl would tell you I could never tell a lie.
Impossible. Impossible.
Thank you, Daniela. There's not 5 expansions coming. I mean, there could be, I don't know, but that seems silly. Lying via omission. There's not even omission lying here. We're just a lie-free kind of guy. I'm like the guy in the movie, The History of Lying or whatever. Not the guy who lies, not the main character. The one who doesn't lie. Any of the other people. The invention of lying, thank you. Alright, we do need to get the waypoint. And we'll go ahead and get more chip gems for now. Hold on. This isn't, no. They're not.
Impossible.
I know what you're thinking.
I can't.
No. Have I ever thought about doing politics? Like going into it and being a politician? I mean, yeah, sometimes. Seems awful, but try and fix up a little bit of the terribleness we have. Lightning res, all that.
There's nothing the right portion can't cure.
I can't.
The Llama Cowboys versus the Blizzard Patriots right now. That's right. And do you want to be on the Cowboys or the Patriots, chat? That's the question. And the answer's pretty obvious.
I can't. Impossible.
What do you mean? No, what? The Cowboys. The Llama Cowboys is the obvious answer. How is that?
Impossible. Not enough money. Impossible.
Frost Nova. Okay, we got our cube, which means time to cube up our 3 Rals. We go tier Ral, and now we have to get a 2-open socket staff. So we can just go find anyone here. Now it is better to be a short staff than a long staff, just for weapon speed. So if we don't find one, we go out, come back in.
Well,
And those are a little expensive. That's not too bad. 3,200. Go ahead and go there. Tier, Ral, plus to fire skills. Now you're like, oh, wait a second, Mr. Llama. Why are you? Isn't this for a sorceress? No, the ones Inferno, Warmth, Firebolt are. But for this character, these are still tagged as fire skills. So now we get to enjoy some beautiful +3 to fire skills for even more added damage.
I can't. Impossible.
Source is done, yeah.
I can't.
Oh wait, we have an exit over on the left. Oh yeah, okay.
Impossible.
Oh my gosh, you guys. The staff might be short, but it's also quick. I've heard that one before. Look, nothing wrong with the short staff, okay? In fact, it's preferred.
An eclipse.
Wait, does that open up over there? You're focused on this playthrough, so say we all.
I need money.
I think we've had enough lollygagging, talking about the unknown and things nobody cares about. Let's get back on topic, back focused. We are here to play the Trap Assassin. And that is what we're all wanting to do and what we're all really thinking about and focused on.
Impossible.
We gotta lock in. This is hardcore, chat. What if all this distraction that you're throwing out here about DNAs and class wars and the Dallas Cowboys of Llama, this is all so... What if we die because of this, you know? I need both my eyes open and focused on this game. Because if I die, it's over. And this guided playthrough that I'm putting in all this work to make sure people have a guide, all of that goes to waste if we don't have that. And do you really want to be the person that stops someone else from having a guide to beat this game?
I can't.
You know? So that's what we all have to figure out.
I can't. I need money.
And I think the answer is obviously no.
So, I expected worse.
Yes.
Blessings to you.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I'll take 18 light res, 4 energy, sure.
Greetings.
Okay, just get more mana. And go for Oasis. And keep going. Thanks, Smash. By the way, end of today's stream, we will have a giveaway, $25 Steam gift card. We'll go players 1 in the Maggot Lair, by the way. over on twitch.tv/Mr. Llama VOD. Great place to spend your days, your nights, even right now. It's just as a second tab that you have open. You can set the volume on it to 1%. You can mute the tab up top, whatever. But just having that puppy there is a great way to support the stream and support the giveaways that we have. We have every day this month, or every stream this month, we're giving away another gift card over there.
Impossible.
So, hang out, watch, enjoy. Also, traps here are kind of meh. Oh, dang, nice, Kevin. It's a tough one. Don't super need it, right? Figure it for a different character. And then, of course, use your points from over there as tickets to enter into the giveaway, !ticket 1 to 100. Get up to 100 tickets for giveaway. Yeah, it's not like the worst, you know. Again, the traps don't lay super well in here, so it can be kind of annoying, but on players 1, it's fine enough. A couple fire blasts, deal with them, and you're good. Okay, Whiskers. That's power trap since at magic finding. They're actually better now. They were bad before because they had some glitches with their traps that kind of messed stuff up. But now they fixed that, and so they're actually like totally fine. And they can do a decent number of areas and stuff. So. Grab the staff, pick up a belt.
It is an honor to serve.
If you ever run out, you can always just sell and buy back right here at a vendor that doesn't have them. Easy little shortcut. Oops, I put that in the shared stash instead of my personal.
I've heard, I've been asked and learned.
And let us begin our journey. I try and read some chat, Kenora. Didn't talk to Jurgen. You don't gotta talk to him till later. Finished Telefo. Oh yeah. Since then we've already done Warlock, Sorceress, Elemental Druid, though that, yeah. We're just on to the next one. Again, I'm still usually sticking P1 out here. You can go players 8 in the arcane on this direction. Only the flat direction would I recommend being a higher player count. Besides that, you'll want the lower player count, otherwise it's just really annoying. Nice bless. Nice faller. It only took me 6,000 runs to get an SOJ. That was a rough grind. Have I ever played D2 in a different language? Multiple. The craziest one we did D2 in Chinese. We did a race with it. It was actually pretty fun.
Welcome to my shop.
We learned what all the little Chinese symbols were for resistances and stuff. Life, whatever. So Fire Blast is generally going to be more of your friend here. Wake of Fire is only good on the flats, but on the stairs it's pretty much useless. So try again. Still haven't got to 99. You play Summon Druid. Yeah, that'll be a minute. That one will be a minute. Lama doing playthrough guides, new content at BlizzCon confirmed. That doesn't mean anything about new content. It's not like I'm trying to build up a bunch of guides right before new content because a lot of players are coming. Okay, I understand how it looks like that could be new content. I just thought, there's just a lot of people who are like, oh, you can't do hardcore noob, and so I wanted to be like, oh, I can, and I wanted to kind of prove it to myself. And then I started doing it, and I was like, oh, these are kind of fun. I like playing through the game, and I get to play through the game on a bunch of different characters like this, so it's a nice time. Mixing truth and lies. I don't even know what a lie is. Am I saying that word right? Lie? Lie? A lie? Thanks sometimes, Steve. So many intensive. More Wake of Fire. How do you get the information about your builds or find information about what build is worth pursuing? Exclamation mark guides. I get it from playing this game for 40,000 hours. You get it from going to any of the guides that I have posted. And seeing. I also, you know, like, get it from literally doing all of this. Like, I've done guided playthroughs of every single character and every build. And I know so many, hey, we're not overloaded. Cool. And I played through the game on every single, right? Like every single build. So I'm not just theory crafting it, like I'm literally going and playing it and then I'm going, this character is strong, this character is weak, this character needs help here. So it's really just testing, a lot of playing. Okay, for Duriel, if you want to drink some thawing potions, you can. For added cold res. I don't really feel like I need it. We're pretty strong right here, and Duriel's just going to get melted. But it would add 50 cold res per that we drink. So, kind of up to you.
shall track the prime
Thanks,
evils to
Blueberry.
the end.
And just like that, you didn't even realize it, and Act 2 was completed. I actually kind of like Magic Find over the Cold Res. Like I've talked about before, a little bit of Magic Find early on is super powerful. Even if it's just like 11 or 20. That can get you a couple of things. That can be nice. Can't find a punch barb guide? I mean, I made the punch barb go through. I didn't write a guide on it. I don't know if you want that guide. You don't want to do it. It might get you double trangs. Hey, you never know. Oh, man. Football. What a great first football game we had, huh? Hall of Fame game. I'm excited for the Cowboys this year. If we can just lock up a couple guys like Williams and stuff, we're set. Just get the contracts done so we can focus on ball.
I can't.
Okay, so 3 is cutting right. Like it. Depending on next letter, new patch. I like it. It seems like a good start. It's a very soft. It's like a soft launch, you know. Isn't Parsons hurt? Still for like half the season. Did we do sewers? We did not. We can go do sewers.
I can't. I can't. Impossible. I can't.
Probably because he left. You actually do have punch barb playthroughs. I was trying to be
Jade
clever.
statue.
What?
Should I do
Yeah,
it?
no, I did. I played through the entire game as a punch barbarian. It was using bash, but the added damage from bash didn't actually, like, doesn't apply. The skill's bugged. So, wasn't much better than a basic attack.
Impossible.
Seems like
Impossible.
it's just a great marsh map. Wow, Kerms, for real?
I can't.
Why you gotta be like that? I expect better out of you. Denali, yeah, sure, I don't expect anything out of him, but Kerms. I'm still on players 1 right now.
Impossible.
I don't actually want to level to 24 yet. And I fear I may. I'm just going to try and grab a Great Marsh Waypoint. And the reason is for telestaff shopping. We'll see if we actually
I can't.
get there. It's not end of the world if we do level up, but it's a little bit nicer if you're not. Also, do be careful out here with the fire damage from the shamans. It's actually a little nasty. take some basic killing, but I was gonna say Doc. Well, Doc too. Hey, at least we aren't the Cardinals, okay? Though, I'm proud of you guys for moving off that bum Kyler and picking up Carson. I think you got an okay shot there. No waypoint for us. Good afternoon. McLaurin versus Diggs. I mean, Scary Terry, I feel like is starting to fall off. Diggs was carrying the Pats last year. I'm all on the Diggs train. And Debo was carrying the Commanders, so... Niners got Debo back. They got a wide receiver 1 right there. Commanders picked up Diggs as their wide receiver 1. Okay. So now we're before level 24, so the goal is to shop for a teleport staff.
Good day.
So what we're gonna do is just come up here. And because I'm not 24, I can just look at the red staves, the ones that are level 24 required. If I'm level 24, I have to look at all of them. And I'm just looking for any that have teleport charges. Now I can also look for super cheap ones. Just cost, you know, a little bit of money, whatever. 1,000 gold, 1,500 gold. I can come back and I can use gems to re-roll these and try and hit the teleport charges there. And if I don't get the charges, see, that's just plus teleport, not teleport charges. I at least do get some cash. So now I have 3 that I could sell for, honestly, big money. Those are all going to be worth a lot. Only 15k in this, in Act 3 normal, but I could, you know, save them for Nightmare Hell, sell them for 25, 30, 35k, whatever, a little bit later on. We'll continue with Vitality as well. Enchant, nothing there.
Good day.
Glacial Spike. Okay, let's try a few more.
Greetings.
Firebolt charges. Well, we are like golden on cash. That is a lot of money right there. I mean, the problem is The Niners don't have any other receivers right now.
Good.
They just lost Pearsall. They're empty. So it's just gonna be Debo's gonna be getting 10 targets a game. And McCaffrey will get the other 10, and that'll be their everything. Bladeson strong enough for hell? Uh-huh. The injuries they have are minor. Isn't Pearsall out for season? I don't know how minor that is. All right, fine. We'll put on the shopping music. And there you go. Does cost 143,000. That is kind of a lot. Now I have all those staves, but that's like 6, 7 that I have to sell. Oh, that's expensive. I have to sell everything I have. Yeah, let's just look more. Yeah, I guess you got Evans there. I should have just grabbed it. It's a guided playthrough just for time's sake. $196,000. I smirked because you guys are foolish. There's obviously not. Nova, Fireball. Sometimes this is quick and easy, other times. Dang. I think he'll be a breakout player there. Come on, Telly staff. I visited Montana once up at Glacier National, and wow, it was pretty. Sheesh. Really should have bought that, huh? Why'd we skip the telly staff? Shopping music, please. All right. Missoula. Yeah, lots of grizzlies though. One came up to our camp and stuff. Big bear. Man, sometimes you just get unlucky. Hopefully you have found your telly staff by now. If not, of course, you can always fast forward on YouTube until you get to the point where I find it. At least we get to enjoy some nice music from that amazing game, Llama RPG, Farm to Fable, out on Steam. By maybe later on when you're watching this video.
Moo.
Thanks, Viking Jen. Thanks, Oxygen Power, for the subs. That's good, Trooper. Well, we're going to go through all of the shopping music. Dancing llama emote. I mean, it's probably someone else's, right? Do I drink coffee? No. I mostly just drink water. A little bit of kombucha sometimes. And I don't really drink much soda, but I've had a couple recently. All right, we found one again that's the same cost. I don't even care. Sell all the staves. Money, 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 money. We did it. There we go, yeah.
Impossible.
Alright, so we'll go players 8.
I can't.
And now we can go to the Flare Jungle and start picking up some levels. Man, that was a long shop time. Also, yes, this is souls. Normal souls are not that scary. By the time you get to hell, they're terrifying. But potentially good density out here. Really just want to have all sorts of density. Many of these little flares as possible is just so good for us. I was just looking for teleport charges. So again, thanks, anti-citizen. Do you have a PO box? I can mail you a check and nobody else takes a cut. I do not. I used to have a PO box, but just didn't really use it enough to warrant the cost. Honestly, if you just use the stream elements like !tip, that's pretty good. Stream elements doesn't take any cut. Twitch doesn't get any cut or anything. PayPal just gets, you know, like 5-6% or whatever it is.
What a delicious glade. I should consult
Like,
on this.
that works. How much does OnlyFans take? I don't know. Mom's at the same PO box since 1980. Jeez. That's crazy. We'll go more like a fire. We'll also go ahead and put on the teleport staffs. Now we can teleport. That'll just be on our offhand whenever we need it. Oh, don't pull out the dad clip. Howdy, Rhino.
I can't.
jungle waypoint? Oh, I do. Okay.
Can't.
Okay, so let's go ahead. And there's some mana potions. Perfect. Find a waypoint if we can. If not, I do have the Flare Jungle waypoint. Not a big deal.
I can't. Impossible. I can't.
No mana pots, dang. You missed the flower picture? Yeah, it hangs right next to my bed. Question is the word for it, but it's there.
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore. I need mana.
Okay, and where is this waypoint? Again, not that matters too much because we do have a waypoint right near it, but it is also just sometimes nice to have a waypoint as a checkpoint. More Wake of Fire points. More vitality. And let's head down here. Yeah, I mean, Trapson's just a good hero. Just like all around. There's some dolls there. We'll avoid them. Go ahead in here and grab brain. Let's go back. Let's put away some things. 6 cold res is great. 1 to war Christ, 10 FCR. I do like that over 1 energy. We'll take the 12 light res. Everything else is pretty meh. Do I have the Jid bin? Wait, where's the eye? Didn't I go in there? Oh, I had it in the stash. Did I put the eye? Where's the eye?
Hello.
Did I not do that? I did the spider cavern. Did I not open the chest? Okay, well, let's get our stats. And talk to Ormus and get our ring.
Yes.
14 cold res. I don't need the FCR, so we'll just do that instead.
Moo.
Huh. Maybe I just missed it. Didn't open the chest. Alright. Seraph, thank you.
Impossible.
No biggie. Just more experience gain right here.
Impossible.
I could have sworn I opened it.
Impossible. Impossible. Impossible.
Yeah, I don't know what my plan is exactly for next season. I'll probably run with the dudes and have some fun with that. Always be careful of Sark the burning, as he does a lot of damage. But now our character is kind of like taken over and really starting to cook. So you'll really be able to feel some power here. If you want to do some more flared jungles and stuff, you can. You can really level up a few more times. You'll be able to kill a lot of stuff quickly. There are dolls down here, so I want to be careful and avoid those. Not exactly a camel look, but yeah, I remember. Darn. Now you do have to be careful with your teleport charges, as you can burn out of them. And then you have to go repair them, but when you repair them, they're kind of expensive. So definitely be careful you don't just use too many of them. But this is also why it can be a good idea to pick up stuff that's just worth some cash.
I can't.
Armors and wands and scepters and all those things. And we'll go down to players 1 for Travancore. We again could do a higher player count here. If you want to, you can, but we also can wait here. Oh, I don't know, Vile. Go for World First Act 6. There's no new content before BlizzCon. Besides the patch 3.3 that we all know about, and that's the only one that we know about. How do I not get bored of this game? I mean, I just play all the different characters in all sorts of different ways, and then I enjoy it a lot more.
Impossible.
If you just play like one character or one build, or just, you know, speedrun one thing all the time, then it's much easier to get bored. Go ahead and do this. That. Go here. Go there. Here, go there, and just pick up some money. Interesting map. I'm not lying from omission. I'm just saying there could be something from BlizzCon. I don't know, but it seems like something Diablo is happening at BlizzCon. Now, is it Diablo 2, new content there, or is it just, you know, Diablo 4 stuff? Is it a Diablo 5? Is it Diablo 1? I don't know. I'm just there to see whatever Diablo content is going to be coming. So we can remain players 1 for El Mephisto. I wouldn't really recommend farming normal Mephisto. You can if you want for some gear, but generally there's just better stuff and better things to do with your time.
Mephisto. You were no match for me.
We'll go ahead and come back here. And just sell a little bit of what we picked up from there. Because we do need a little bit of gold.
I can't carry anymore.
Is yawning my tell? No. I yawn because I'm a dad. 2 little kids. Not quite good enough. All the other dads can confirm that.
Not here.
What do you need?
Yeah, they weren't pounding it. He just was a couple times. In this act, I like to stay on players 1. There's a little more fire resist out here in Act 4, so...
I can't.
And also, for visual, we want to be on players 1 here.
Impossible.
Exactly, Seraph.
I can't.
I really do. I thought I was doing a better job of it, but I still wasn't. Still getting beat too much there, Trooper. It's really like the only place I get beat that often.
Impossible. Impossible. I can't. Impossible.
I think I have a 26-inch stick. I think that's good enough.
Impossible.
Right. She'll be on her own. Maybe a different one? Maybe. Or just gotta have someone teach me the right form with it.
I need that.
I mean, I've given my thoughts on it, but all the stuff that the devs are doing is they're just doing their things. Still playing hockey. Played 3 games in the past couple nights. 1, 2, lost 1. Should have won all 3. The loss was a bad overtime loss.
Impossible. Impossible.
My kid. Kumbu girl stream this evening. I don't think she'll be on this evening.
I can't.
They're all wondering when your next stream is. I might have a hockey game later this week. I'd have to go look at the calendar. It's true. It's not just the graphics, though. Graphically, it does look way better. Hey. Go to mommy right now.
Impossible.
Excited about season 15? I mean, I'm excited that they're doing changes of some sorts, you know?
Not enough money.
I do think sharpness is a good thing. Everything fits in and stuff. It's not like super cartoony. Whereas all the like D3 is very cartoony, but even the spells in D4 look really bad. I'm always amazed because the game actually looks decent, but the spells are so out of place.
I can't. I need mana.
Less nonsense on the screen, yeah. But just like a better color palette and stuff. What are we ever going to do about that fire immune boss? Well, you can ignore that fire immune boss over there. No worries. Remember, you don't have to always kill every single thing. But Llama, what are you going to do about this fire immune boss? That is a good question. We don't really have an answer. So, we have to go and get someone who does. And you know who does have an answer? An Act 2 mercenary. Goals are... If you want to get him a weapon, you can always get him a pike.
Hail to you, champion. I'll put that to good use.
Greetings.
You bet you will, buddy. And we'll let Golzar take care of Grand Vizier. Nice and easy.
Not enough mana.
This look. What is that look? I love it.
Not enough mana.
Golzar did his best, and that's all that counts. And GG. That 11% magic find paid off. And we got ourselves Hasaris booties. Just like we said.
What do you need?
Just like we said. See you, Seraph. And just like that, Act 4 of Normal is complete. Let's go to Act 5. Thanks, File. 2 extra skill points. We'll put them into Fire Blast. Just more damage for our Wake of Fire. And Wake of Inferno just isn't that great, unfortunately. You actually can use it in like Hell just for some small like Ancients kills and stuff, but you have to. Yeah, it's not a great skill. Am I gonna push ladder? New ladder August 21st, so I'd have to sit down and chat with Moo Girl about that if we wanted to do that. Discussion for later.
Impossible.
I'm a pusher, Moo. I push people. I'm gonna push you. Moo Girl, first level 99.
Your command has ended.
Perfect. Okay, first beat the game, and then we'll go do that. Yeah. Next season we'll push you. Yeah. Now, always remember, chat, you can super easily level up a bunch here. This class is very powerful. So you can just come out here and fight Eldritch over and over on players 8. And easily spend 10, 15, 20 minutes here. And be in level 35 or something.
Are you doing a guide?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
Alright, ladies. I didn't know Daddy was doing a guide. Let's go in there.
I need mana.
Yeah, she's pretty good for 1.5. Good lord. So, we're good enough though. I mean, we can even say players 8 to just move forward. You get the gist of how it all works. Sorry, data clock is coming up at some point here, so we're going to move a little faster than normal, but then in part Nightmare we will come back and do a couple of these basic pieces. But we can still at least talk about it. Okay, so we'll kill there, save all the barbs. That does get us Ralort Tal, which is an Ancient's Pledge for a lot of res later. And or we can save that and try and use it towards our spirit. I mean, we'll want to have both of them, so, you know, but helps us get some of the runes towards all of those things. Other points into Wake of Fire, more points into Vitality, though we can start working towards Strength soon, but we'll also probably just continue like this until we do respec, so whether or not you shift over to Ancient's Pledge and Spirit is kind of up to you. Maybe I will, just because it's hardcore, and even though I feel pretty comfortable on this character continuing straight through on fire, just using Leaf, I think it's still a good idea to show that.
Impossible.
Thank you. Happy birthday to you as well. What? Yeah. You're busy working over there? Okay. How'd you know? And like I said, you can go do Anya at this point. Or whatever. But I will tackle all of that in the next section.
I can't.
Just grab a waypoint for now. Oh yeah, I forgot I need strength for my boots. Silly me.
I can't. Impossible. I can't.
Just kill some random stuff on the way, get that
I
level.
can't. Impossible.
Almost.
Move.
Happy birthday, Mr. Llama. This time to an excuse to ignore the children.
Thank you. Alright, we'll go 5 more strength, then we'll put on our Husaris boots and enjoy the added FRW. Thanks, Tito. Thank you, Sarah. Okay, grab here. I do need some more potions, so let's just get those. Ooh, 26 fire res. I'll actually take that over the light res right now. Thank you, Varth. Wow. 1,000 jewels. Appreciate that. I am 35, yes.
Move.
Oh, snap, you're right. Bye, I'll see you soon. Yeah, I'll be there in a second, okay?
I can't.
Okay, in a second. Let me finish. I'm gonna finish this. Bye-bye. Alright, players 1. For the Ancients, this character is going to be very strong. Though it can sometimes, Korlik or Talik can spawn like crazy high fire res. If that happens, you may just have to reset them once. Otherwise, you're not really going to have issues with Travancore on this character. Or not Travancore, Ancients on this character. Like a fire, vitality. Oh yeah, we're just going to have to push the gift card to tomorrow.
Possible.
But all your tickets are still in there, don't you worry.
I can't.
We gotta bolt. That telestaff shop took too long. Slowed us down.
I can't.
That's fine.
I can't.
Happy birthday, Mr. Llama. Now I can tell my wife that I'm not the only one that needs colonoscopy soon.
Okay, I'm not there yet. Isn't that like 45? We got a little bit of time. Okay, we'll get our runes. We'll grab Golzar because we need him for wave 1. Punishment for the fantasy football this season. Loser has to get a colonoscopy. I mean, Doc just got his, so... I don't even know if they'd let him go get another one immediately after, but... you. And we had Golzar for wave 1, but after that, get a second opinion. After that, we're good to go.
I need mana.
Now, I'm sticking on players 1 for these waves right now. You can go higher player counts, but they do kind of have some extra like fire res and stuff. So, I'll just do players 1, and I can just level up more later on. So we pay extra to get it done. Yeah, I'm in the US. I pay no matter what. Colonoscopy is probably like $5 grand or something at least. Probably more, honestly. Crystal Sword from Lister Boss Group is probably not okay. I'm guessing that is too high of a monster level and eye level. So we'll leave that alone. And we'll head in. And we will kill Bale. Now, if you don't want to fight his clone, you can always just go away from it. You can run back to town for a few seconds, come back in, as long as you got far enough away and the clone will despawn. But with this, honestly, your character's strong enough that you can just like stand in here and fight them both. It's not that big of a deal. But honestly, as well, I can just run over here. And I can just stand here. And then come back. And the clone's dead. So, exactly. Don't even have to go to town.
At Saquilfon 6172 became a member.
Hey, these are better. 1 defense higher. And voila! That's nice. just like that, normal is complete. Now, we're not fully done here yet. 27 to life on that's really good. It is a little less light res, but I like the life there, so we'll go with it. We're not really fully done with normal because, again, it's static clock, so we just have to like slightly sign off a little early with it. But things that we still have to do. We have to go do our Soulstone and the Hellforge, save Anya, and then probably just open some cows up and run around 1 or 2 cows. This character murders cows and can be really fun. And again, if you want to level even more, you can go level some more on Eldritch. But just get these things done, figure out what you want to do, and then keep going from there. Regardless, this is where we've ended up. Enough strength for our gear, the rest in vitality, maxed Wake of Fire, 5 points burst of speed, and then rest in Fire Blast right there. Gear, we have Leaf. We just found this for a little life in cold res. Stealth, just found this. Some MF gloves, which have been helpful in getting some of these things. Little cold res, half freeze duration. Random poison res belt. Decent fire res ring. And then Hisaris boots. And then a couple small charms, nothing too crazy, and our tele staff. So, pretty basic. That is part normal. GG. Don't forget to like and subscribe, YouTube. I'll see you guys in part Nightmare. Peace, everybody.